Dear student, so this is the video of the O-level paper 2012. This is the combined chemistry. Here I am going to help you how to revise the chapter with the help of the previous question it has been asked. So if you like my video, please subscribe my channel, share with your friends so they will all get benefit, and please visit my previous video where we have discussed about other year paper also. So here what I'm going to do, not only solving the question rather than explaining you in a bit detail that from one question how you can go through all the chapters. So let's start with the question 1. Question 1 is the colored ink is compared with 4 different dyes. So you have a color ink, we are comparing 4 different dye. Dye 1, dye 2, dye 3 and dye 4. And this is called chromatogram. What is chromatogram? The result of the paper, okay, result of the chromatography which you get in a paper called chromatogram. Why we do chromatography? We do chromatography. Chroma means basically color. We do this to check, what are the different dyes are there inside this one dye. So if you compare, this is what you have to figure out. So dye ink you have 1, 2, 3. Figure out the matching one. So if you have separated dye 1, you are getting the option matching, yes. So dye 1 will be there. Dye 2, no. Dye 3, this is extra, no. Dye 4, you have only one which is matching with this row. So answer should be dye 1 and dye 4. Okay, tell me one more thing, that whatever the things you use in the chromatography, they move with the certain speed, and that is the characteristics of that particle only, that dye only. Okay, but if you put different solvent, for example water, they will have different speed, the solubility is different. Alcohol, they will have different speed because how they soluble and how they move is different. But if you make the constant solvent, okay, it will be almost same how much distance it has been traveled, because this is the property of that particular dye. Now let's see the question number 2. Which diagram show the arrangement of particles inside the balloon filled with mixture of nitrogen and oxygen? Nitrogen is diatomic molecules. What is the meaning of diatomic molecules? Di means 2. So this is made of the 2 atom N2 and 2 oxygen, so oxygen O2. Now which is correct? This is not. This is, you have 2, 2, 2. Okay, so the arrangement inside the balloon filled with the nitrogen and oxygen. So if you look, yes, it is diatomic molecules, but if you think nitrogen, you have atomic number 7 and this is your 8. So this should be, yeah, that is the correct. But the thing is that why they are at one place? They are just to be the randomly arranged, right? Because they are filled in the balloon. So why there is no one side? You're not heating or you're not partializing. So the more appropriate answer should be the C, because they are randomly arranged. They never have particular position. So D is also gone because this is completely different thing. So option number C is the correct, because there is just a air and there will be in random motion. Okay, question number 3. Diagram represent an atom of the X. So this is X, electron, proton, neutron. What is, so in this is the atomic the chapter atomic structure, where you discuss about what is the nucleon number. So tell me, nucleon number is also called mass number. What is mass number? The particle mass which is present in the nucleus. So nucleus, nucleon, which is the neutron plus proton. What is the atomic number? Which is equal to the number of proton. So if you look it here, there are 4 proton, and how we write the symbol? Proton is here, mass number is here. So 5 is here. Okay, 5 is only here itself. Okay, 1 minute, sorry, it's not very clear. 5 is a neutron number. Okay, proton number, as you can see here, it's a 4 written. Okay, so then option number A is only correct you have. So it is correct. Now let's see question number 4. Metal X and metal Y react together to form ionic compound. What is ionic compound? Ionic compound is a bond. Okay, ionic compound has ionic bond. What is ionic bond? It is formed between the metal and the non-metal, where metal will give the electron and non-metal will take the electron. So metal will always form the cation and non-metal will always form the anion. So which row is the correct? Electrons given away each atom x. So if you look this string, right, x2 y3, so how it go? The charge is like this, right? So x will be your 3 plus, y will be your 2 minus. Now look at the option what is correct you have. So option number D is only correct option you have. Now question number 5, which pair of element form the compound by sharing of electrons? Sharing of electron means what bonding? Covalent bonding. Right, what is covalent bond? The covalent bond is a bond formed between by the non-metal via the sharing of electron. So, and always formed between the non-metal and non-metal. Now in your list the carbon and chlorine. Okay, now what option you have? Lithium and chlorine. So carbon is a non-metal, so obviously it will be. Now lithium is a metal, neon is inert, potassium is a metal. So option number A is the only correct. Now let's see question number 6. Hydrogen sulfide burned in excess of oxygen. So you are burning this in excess of oxygen, and how many this is burned? Around 48 decimeter cube. Okay, tell me in 1 mole how many oxygen, how many volume gas is there? 24 decimeter cube. If I say 2 mole, you will say 48 decimeter cube, right? 24 multiplied by 2 decimeter cube. So basically here it is your 2 mole of hydrogen sulfide has been burned. Now look from the balance equation. What is the ratio between this and what has been asked? Volume of sulfur dioxide. So figure out the ratio between H2S and SO2. As you can see here, it's 1:1. 2:2 means basically ratio is 1:1. So if you have 1 mole, you'll get 1 mole. If you have 2 mole, you'll get the 2 mole. So now which option is correct? It will be your 48 decimeter cube, which is option number C. Now question number 7, 25 centimeter cube of aqueous hydrochloric acid exactly neutralizes this. This is a neutralization part, means the titration, where you use the acid and base to figure out the concentration of unknown chemical, which is, it can be acid, can be base. So here what is the concentration of sodium hydroxide? Okay, you know this is neutralization reaction. It means what? Water is forming. How water will form? H plus from acid and OH from the base, and then there will be water. It means for neutralization reaction, particularly for this, I need 1 mole of hydrogen ion and I need 1 mole of hydroxide ion, and then I'll get 1 mole of water. So what is the concentration of sodium hydroxide? That we need to figure out. So if you look here, what is the mole of hydrochloric acid? So you know that concentration will be mole divided by volume. So mole will be concentration multiplied by volume. So mole of HCl will be how much? Yes, it will be concentration of HCl, which is 0.1 mole per decimeter cube, multiplied by volume, how much? 25 centimeter cube, which basically that's 0.025 decimeter cube. So this is your number of mole of HCl, and which is exactly equal to the number of mole of NaOH, right? Why? Because the ratio of NaOH and HCl should be the same to complete neutralization. So this is your mole of NaOH as well. Now concentration of NaOH will be what? Divide the number of mole of NaOH which just now we got, which is equal to HCl, by the volume, which is your 20 centimeter cube here. So when you solve this part, you will get the, if you solve this part, you know, you'll get how much this is cancelled. So this will got around half of this part, right? 25. So it will be 0.125 mole per decimeter cube. You can use your calculator and solve this part. So option number D is the only correct option you have. Now let's see question number 8, which is statement about endothermic reaction are correct. Endothermic reaction means what? Endo means in, thermis or thermos means temperature. So here energy is absorbed, okay, from the surrounding. So definitely it will be 2. Now temperature of the reactant rises, temperature of the reactant falls. So you know the reaction is required that temperature of, when you absorb the energy from the surrounding, what happened? Temperature of reactant, it falls. So option number D is the correct. 2 and 4 is the correct option you have. Now let's see question number 9. Some crystal of magnesium carbonate were added in excess of the sulfuric acid at room temperature. So you have magnesium carbonate. What is the formula? MgCO3, adding sulfuric acid. Okay, and then volume of CO2 produced was measured. So this is the question from a speed of reaction, because you have put the time and you have put the production of CO2, which is the product. Okay, now rate of reaction depends on what factor? Rate of reaction depends on temperature, it depends on particle size, it depends on temperature, pressure depends on catalyst, right? All this thing. But if you look this picture, they are not asking you rate of the reaction. They are asking you, see the volume. Why the volume in graph Y is this much and in Z it is just half. It means what happened? It is not related with the rate of reaction, means it is not related with temperature, because you have not increased the reactant. It means it is related with the reactant size. Maybe in the start you have taken 50 and now you are taking 100, so you obviously get more product. So let's see the option. Each sheet of the same volume of the half original concentration was used. No, because same volume is not going to help you. It is not going to help you because you have also decreased the concentration. No, half of the molecule was carbonate was used. Yes, so it's possible that at Z you have used the half concentration, half amount of magnesium carbonate, but now it is a full. So maybe 50 grams and 100 gram. Large crystal, this is not, because you are not changing rate of reaction. So these are already gone. So option number B is the only correct option. Now question number 10. Substance X turned solution of acidified potassium dichromate from orange to green. Okay, what is the formula potassium dichromate? K2Cr2O7. Right. This is showing you the color change because the oxidation state of the chromium changes, and because of that you will see the color from orange to green. This is a good oxidizing agent, but you are saying the change in color because something you have put and that it is going reduced. So it means your X is the reducing agent, which is option number D. This is not, no, this itself is oxidizing agent. So the reagent is a reducing agent which is reducing the chromate, and it is going to show you the different colors, and that's why there's different colors. So now question number 11. What is ionic equation reaction with hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide? What is ionic equation? Ionic equation are the equation where you just show the ions, net ions, what is changed. Now let's take example of this. Hydrochloric acid is your HCl, right, plus sodium hydroxide is NaOH. You know this is the acid and base, it will give you salt NaCl, and plus water. Write the state. This is the liquid, this will be your aqueous, aqueous, aqueous. Now when you put in aqueous, it will break. H plus Cl minus plus Na plus OH minus Na plus Cl minus. All aqueous will break, however liquid and gas they don't break. So H2L. So what is the common? It will gone, Cl gone. Remaining is your what? H plus OH minus is equal to H2O. Now figure out which option is matching here. Option number A. So this is the ionic equation for neutralization. Very important. You can write it somewhere. Now question number 12. Which solid react with dilute sulfuric acid to produce a gas? So it should be solid reacting with dilute sulfuric acid. Okay, it's a dilute and it is giving you a gas. So carbon can react, carbon don't react. Copper is not very reactive metal, it is unreactive metal, and here they have put dilute, so definitely it is not going to show you any kind of reaction. Now MgO, MgO is what oxide? It is a basic oxide which is a metal oxide. When you put sulfuric acid, it will give you what? Salt and water, salt plus water. So where is the gas? Not produced. Option number D is the only correct, where when you give the sodium carbonate, what is the formula of sodium carbonate? NO2CO3 plus H2SO4. It will be production of the gas, so it will give you sodium sulfate plus CO2 plus H2O. So here the CO2 will produce. Option number D is correct answer. Now question number 13. The table show periodic of 4 metals. Which metal in group number 1? Group number 1 means what? Let's revise the periodic table. Group is decided by number of valence electron. So if you have 1 electron means it is the group number 1. Okay, so group number 1 are soft. So which option is correct? And density is low, so option number D is the only correct you have. Okay, that is the only data you have given. So you know that they are so soft that you can cut with a knife, and they are so low density that if you put on the water, it will float on the water. So option number D is only correct. Now question number 15, experiment carried out in arranging the metals. So this is a repetition of question in all O level. Okay, you can see this question in 21, is in 20, you can see in 18. Every year this is they asking you. So this should be very clear. Reactivity decided based on how fast you can lose the electron, you can gain the electron. So if I'll give the cold water and you see the hydrogen gas, it means it's very reactive. If it is not reacting, you heat against you, it is reactivity, then it is less than the cold one. Now let's see what they are doing. So you have put X, Y, Z. Does the metal react with hydrochloric acid? You said yes, no, yes. So see, why didn't react, right? So it means it is your least reactivity. It is not reacting even with the acid. The oxide of metal reduced with heating the carbon. So when you heat the carbon, suppose this is XO, you are heating with X and going to reduce. Okay, if it is yes, it means it is less reactive than the carbon. So carbon can kick it out. It means carbon is here, right, and X is here. That's why it can reduce. So then Z is highly reactive. So option number, which option is matching here? So option number Z is reactive metal, which is here. Then you have followed by X and Y. So option number C is the only correct option you have. Now 15 question, which pair of substances are reducing agent in blast furnace? Very demanding question. What is blast furnace? Blast furnace is a equipment, a big setup where the metals are extracted from their ore. For example, the hematite, right, we get the iron. Now reducing agent is what? Reducing agent are the agent which help something to reduce. Now what is the definition of reduction? Reduction is loss of oxygen, gain of hydrogen, gain of electron, and increase in oxidation state. So why we do in reduction here in blast furnace? Because ores are present in the form of oxide or sulfide. I want from this a metal. It means what I want loss of oxygen. It means what is that? Reduction. So what is inside the blast furnace which help this to reduce? The carbon and carbon monoxide. So option number A is only correct. This is not. Okay, please make a small notes of the extraction of metal because this is very important part. Now question number 16. What is 16? That the air pollutants is not correctly matched in the source. So let's see, carbon monoxide complete. No, carbon monoxide is only produced when you have the incomplete combustion. So here itself is wrong. So I think option number A is only correct option you have. This is correct. So write it down because these are already have been asked in the previous O-level paper. This is very important explanation. So nitrogen oxide is a pollutant which is released by the lightning activity, when the thundering happen, lightning activity. Sulfur dioxide by the volcanoes. Unburned hydrocarbon, they give you the incomplete combustion of fossil fuels. Okay, now let's see question number 17. The diagram shows the structure of 4 organic molecules A, P, Q, R, S, which to the same homologous series. What is homologous series? Homologous series are basically a series where you have organized the hydrocarbon based on the same functional group, right? Same functional group. So if you look at it, here you have hydroxyl group, here you have hydroxyl group. So P and S, which is option number B. Now 18 question, methane is the main constituent of, everyone knows it is natural gas. Okay, so natural gas is mainly composed of the methane. What is the formula of methane? CH4. These you will get from the petroleum, which is crude oil, by the fractional distillation. Question number 19. The flow chart outlines the manufacture of polythene from crude oil. What is crude oil? The oil what we dig from the earth, and further we do the fractional distillation and got all the different parts like diesel, naphtha, everything. So crude oil is here, process A, B, C. Which process involve the cracking? What is cracking? Cracking is a process where the big chain will break down and give you alkene and alkane. So this is the only option you have, which is the C. So this is called polymerization. So option number C is the only correct option you have, which is the cracking. Now let's see this part, question number 20. Ethanol is left. You are leaving ethanol in air for some time, become acidic. What is the formula of ethanol? C2H5OH. When you give oxygen, what will happen? It will oxidize. It will give you acetic acid. So CH3COOH. So option number B is the only correct. So let me know how much got in 20 question. So how to solve this paper? Okay, whenever you watch my video, take a pen, notebook, pause the video. When I say before the answer, you read the question and give the answer, and let me know how much marks you got in the comment box. Okay, thank you so much. I hope that this video might help you in the quick revision, and if you like, share with your friends, and I'll make more video for you. Thank you so much.